Did you ever use another DAW in your past? Yes, I actually started out with, what was it? Reason, yes. Reason for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, then it kind of annoyed me and I switched to Logic and ever since just used Logic. I have a little bit of experience with Fruity Loops and Cubase, but at the end I don't think that the DAW you're using really matters that much. Actually, not at all. You can make any kind of music with every DAW.
The night is fading away, a new day has begun. I've caught the agents of the moon, I'm dancing in the sun. Sunlight helps my eyes.
So today is Vanessa's sister's and her mom's birthday. They both share the same birthday. They gave me the most important task, taking care of filling up this whole glass with candy, and I already told them I'm the right one for this job. So today is the big party. You probably also want some, but not really possible. And since it's like the big birthday, I don't want to bother them too much with filming, so let's just do another edition of Q&A. Party is over. It was really amazing. This room is full of flowers and presents. There were like 50, 60 people, good company. No drinks for me today, just a whole lot of food. Now let's just get straight to the Q&A. First one is by Leonard. He's asking me if I prefer being the headliner when I DJ or doing the warm-up. Definitely the headliner. It's just more fun. The next one is by Rudolph. He's asking me if I use a VU meter to mix the low end. I actually don't do it. I just try to do it by listening to it. It doesn't really matter how it looks like in a VU meter. It's all about what it sounds like. Next one, I find layering different leads hard. How do you know which one works best with each other? Basically by trying it out, and it definitely makes sense to layer a lower sound with a mid-range sound and with a top sound. And usually don't layer more than 3 sounds on top of each other. This will just start sounding messy. I think 1 or 2 sounds is enough to get a good sound. It's more about the reverb, the effects, and the other elements in the track. What's a feature you wish Logic Pro X had? For me, it's a better sampler because EX24 is terrible. Yeah, the EX24 is terrible and it hasn't been updated for so many years. Other than that, maybe this Logic drum tool, this red and black one, it's very useless. I wish they had something like Guru by FXpansion, like a real drum sequencer you can actually use. Can you make a tutorial for producers that want to start DJing? I wish I could. I don't have any equipment for DJing in my studio, so whenever I get equipment I will do a full DJ tutorial. Or maybe the next time I play in a club, just go there half an hour earlier and do a small tutorial. I will see. What plugin can I use to make tropical house? Definitely the Korg M1. That's the most typical. It has all of the tropical sounds that you will ever need. What would you say is the best way into producing music without having a musical background, also without a knowledge of music theory? That's quite tough. I mean, it's music. You need to know how to write it, especially for the more popular kinds of music. So just learn it. There's no way around it. I made a video where I showed you how to do it without having the music theory knowledge, but at the end the entire video is just about like the first easy steps of music theory, so you can check it out if you want to. Do you think you can combine studying, going to university and making music? And can you be successful with it if you do both? I think definitely yes. I studied 3 years. I quit during my last year, which was kind of stupid, but I was already making money with the music. So yes, I think it's possible, because at the end, if you make 10 tracks a year, that's pretty much enough and you can still go to university. It shouldn't be a problem. I mean, I'm running a label, making music and doing a daily vlog, so why shouldn't you be able to do the university and music? Can you make a live stream making a track from scratch? I would love to, but the internet in my studio is just too slow. So maybe one day if I figured out how to make it faster, or I might just record a video without like stopping and just uploading it, or maybe just giving it away for the patrons. I will think about it. Who's your favorite musician? That's a tough one. Musician. Let me just go this time with Freddie Mercury. There are a whole lot of other musicians that are really, really great, but he was amazing, especially on stage. This is a good question. Someone has trouble that he enjoys making a whole lot of different musical styles, and he doesn't know which one to pick and stick to. I have the same problem. I just do side projects and never tell anyone about it. So just, yeah, release more stuff. There's no problem with that. Just pick different names and have like one main focus name where you stick to the style and have a good amount of releases per year. How to get inspired, for example, when you're making a track. I just listen to other people's tracks. I just listen to music on Spotify for half an hour, and that usually always saves the problem. If I really don't feel inspired and don't feel like making music, I just don't make music. It doesn't make sense. I just go back to doing business stuff, or I don't know, sorting out my plugins, my samples, stuff like that. Just try to be efficient with your time and just constantly do something that makes sense. And whenever you feel inspired, just focus on making music. What USB sticks do you use for DJing? I honestly don't know. I bought them like 2 years ago. They're really great, they work. I just make sure that they're USB 3 and that they're pretty small so that they don't stick out too much of the CDJs, because I'm always afraid someone will just pull them out and the music stops. So get small USB sticks. Morpheus is asking what I'm suggesting for like an entry DJ level equipment. I would definitely go with something from Pioneer. It's not that it's like my favorite brand or that they're doing the best DJ equipment, but it's the club standards. So I think I would pick like the, what is it, XDJ, like the multimedia players. Just put in the USB stick and you're good to go. And if you can play with them, you can play with the CDJs 2000s, which are really just the club standard. I haven't played in a club that doesn't have Pioneer equipment in the past 2 years or so, so there's no way around it. It's all just Pioneer. I actually think, just from the specs that I know, that the new Denon CD players are better, but I haven't actually tried them. Do you like Mexico? Would you come? Yes, sure. I love traveling. Why not? What was your first ever track? I think my first vinyl, I told it in like one of the Hangover story times, it was Akins Locked Up. My first ever track that I bought, I can't really tell. I think the first music I had was on cassettes and someone recorded one for me. I was listening to like German hip-hop music at the time, Kusavage, if you know that guy, a long time ago. He made really, really dirty music. He had one track that was called LMS, which is short for Lutsch mein Schwanz. You will have to figure out what this means in English. What is your favorite EDM producer and DJ, and what is your dream stage to play? From the production side, I would go with Eric Prydz. Yeah, I actually like his style of production. It's not like my type of music, but from the mixing skills and the sound, it's just always on point, and he has like the Prida and Cyrus D aliases that I like even more. Yeah, and with the favorite DJ, I can't really tell, because you need to hear them live performing to really tell. But I would go with Maceo Plex. He played a really killer set in Berlin that I enjoyed a ton. Dream stage to play, I actually prefer like smaller clubs, maybe 400 or 500 people, where you're still connected to the people, can look into their faces and just have fun partying with them. I'm not the biggest fan of huge festivals where you're just playing 30 minutes. What do you think are good full part-time jobs for musicians working towards making music full-time? I'd say working at a label, doing mixing, mastering, ghost productions for other people, maybe working in a record store, working in a club, working for like music tech, plugin producers, just something that is related that might not only make you money, but also help you to get into the industry, learn something, and get the connections. The next question is pretty long, but it's basically asking how it can happen that very talented DJs and producers are missing out or not that known as big artists. And what a lot of people don't see is that it's all about the entire package. It's not only your mixing skills, your arranging skills, your production skills, or your DJing skills. It's about your brand and how much it is actually worth. And the more it is worth, the more people are coming to see you perform live on stage, the more money you will make. And the more money you will make, the more you can invest it and kind of grow. That's always the thing. If you get it like started, then it gets a whole lot easier. The only suggestion I can give is do your thing and never give up. That's basically what I'm trying. What do I think about the HS80M from Yamaha? Those are my speakers. I like them. It really depends on your room. So one speaker might be good in your room but bad in someone else's room. So do me a favor, and whenever you think about buying speakers, just pick 4 or 5 that are in your price range, order them, test them in your studio, and send the ones back that you just don't like. That's the only way to get the right speakers. I think that's basically it for today. I will answer the rest of the questions directly, and yeah, just back to bed. I wish I could share how good this room is smelling. You have all of the flowers and a little bit of the currywurst. That was the dinner tonight. It was good. Last time you had a shit. You really want to know?